Crypto the Basics Explained for a 5-year-old. It can help your child comprehend the basic concepts of crypto. There are many elements that could lead to fraud or scams. If you would like to ensure that your child is protected, teaching them how to avoid these situations is crucial. There are a variety of resources available that will help your children understand financial issues. Blockchain is a type of digital ledger. Blockchain, which is basically a ledger of digital form, keeps track of all transactions which occurred through any computer system. These transactions are encrypted and then recorded on a distributed network of computers. A crucial tool in any enterprise's arsenal is a ledger. They are able to keep track of profits, assets, and liabilities, and also their total income. Additionally, they can track all of their expenses. The information in a ledger cannot be erased, altered with, or edited. Every block of information in a ledger is linked together by a unique number or hash. It identifies every block as related to the one before it. Smart contracts are a code part that's written into a blockchain block. It's created to operate automatically in the event of certain conditions being met. This is similar to a digital signature. Blockchains, in contrast to traditional databases that typically run using a network that is decentralized, distributed and distributed. Every computer on the network keeps a copy blockchain. The distributed system prevents damaged nodes from harming the entire system. Blockchain technology ensures that you can be confident in the legitimacy of your documents. Also, it eliminates intermediaries, making transactions faster. Additionally, it can make transactions faster between banks. Blockchains record transactions which are confirmed by cryptographic proof. Using cryptographic hashing and encryption, the blockchain acts as a digital ledger of transactions. In order to verify the authenticity of the new entries, it makes use of the decentralized consensus. Additionally, it's a method that records the history in digital currency. The method used to create the making of a blockchain is referred to as proof that works. The POW consensus mechanism is based on the user's capability to prove they've accomplished a computational work. Proof of work motivates miners to guarantee that only transactions that are valid are recorded within the blockchain. This stops double spending as well as enhancing building trust. POS utilizes the same method as POW for generating consensus. It requires miners to solve the simplest mathematical equations that is then added on the cryptocurrency. As a reward for their efforts, it is rewarding them with the latest cryptocurrency units. The difficulties of mining within blockchain-based proof of work is growing, but the first block that is part of a POW blockchain is known as the Genesis block. This block is embedded into the software and refers to the subsequent blocks. The network is growing by the day as increasing numbers of miners join. That means there is a higher demand for energy. Mining farms that are used to mine cryptocurrency require a minimum 0.2% of global power. This is the equivalent of the amount of power Switzerland utilizes in a single year. Blockchain is an open-source, publicly accessible, and decentralized ledger. It provides real-time accessibility and transparency of digital assets. Some of the more popular techniques used for confirming transactions are proof of work or proof of stake. The consensus protocol is the most important step to build an internet. A solid consensus system is one of the best options to secure the security of networks. The two most popular methods of consensus used in the cryptocurrency space are proof of working and evidence of stake. Every algorithm demands miners to find complex mathematical equations. The successful miner is rewarded with a brand new block of transactions. The challenge of this game is increased with each successive block. While the proof of work algorithm can be useful, but it's extremely energy intensive and consumes an enormous amount of electricity. A proof of stake system is an energy efficient method. It selects validators based on their ownership, which helps to increase the overall efficiency of the system. The algorithm for proof of stake is more efficient than the proof of work algorithm. It selects the participants based on various variables, such as possessions. As many tokens they possess, the more likely they'll create another block of transactions. A proof of stake system can reduce costs. To qualify as validators, nodes need to verify that a certain percentage of transactions are checked. For verifying a certain percentage of transactions, nodes are paid a share of transaction fees. The most significant international networks use the proof-of-work consensus method, such as Cardano as well as Bitcoin. It has some drawbacks, however. It's effective at maintaining decentralized and secured networks. This can reduce security and expose it to attack by hackers. Roblox and Fortnite are both virtual currencies which hold no monetary value in real life. Roblox as well as Fortnite are among the most well-known virtual experience firms. Both companies make virtual currencies that do not have real-world currency, however, can be used to create game currencies. This company offers a platform for user-generated games and experiences. Participants can build avatars and play a broad selection of games. The marketplace lets developers make their own games available via the platform. Roblox has an abundance of people. Roblox has over 40 million games, 18 million experience, and 31 million active users each day. The very first quarter of 2021, users spent more than 10 billion hours on the platform. In peak times, the site had 5.7 million concurrent users, and its average daily session time has grown by nearly 26% in the last year. Additionally, the company has been increasing its collection of creator-designed content. It launched numerous live events such as a Travis Scott concert and Lil Nas X concert. Dave Basicki is Roblox's chief executive. He stated that his goal was to share his expertise of making and distributing the app to billions of users. The chief executive declined to speak with reporters to be interviewed for this piece. The company's board of directors comprises Index Ventures co-founder Neil Reimer, who says that it's the spirit of the metaverse that will be generated by people who use the app. It's not clear if Index Ventures will have to take a percentage from all app revenue. Scams and fraud are more likely when there is not enough supervision. Despite the increasing popularity of cryptocurrency assets, there is no regulation, leading to an increased risk of scams and fraud in the cryptocurrency market. This is a problem that must be solved by the market for crypto. Perhaps it is feasible to monitor fraud on its own. To accomplish this goal, cryptocurrency market participants can employ technological solutions as well as community-led efforts. Controlling the market for crypto by government is still a problem. Certain experts suggest that the only way to tackle cryptocurrency scams is with more regulations by the government. New methods are being used by fraudsters to scam consumers using the market for crypto. Criminals are exploiting weaknesses in security of cryptocurrency exchanges and other organizations. It is also common for these companies to steal cryptocurrency accounts from the wallets of their users. An analysis by CipherTrace discovered that $1.9 billion for major crimes will be committed by 2020. They include fraud, phishing impersonation, and pump and dump schemes. This is the second most expensive kind of criminality involving cryptocurrency. The number of crypto thefts was up to 160% in the first quarter of 2019 compared to the previous year. Ponzi schemes as well as HYIP frauds are among the most frequent varieties of fraud. They promise big returns when the victim sends the cryptocurrency. This scam is popular with youngsters who tend to trust less. Scammers typically pretend to be famous or even government agencies. Another type of cryptocurrency scam is an account hijack. It happens when a hacker gains access to a user's cryptocurrency wallet via phishing or malware. Once they've accessed a user's account, they can access the accounts of the user. Children can be taught about cryptocurrency to help them navigate the financial market. With the growing interest in cryptocurrencies, it's definitely appropriate to train your kids about them. The term cryptocurrency refers to a digital currency that is designed to make financial transactions easier, cheaper, and less complicated. It can be accomplished through wallets, which contain private keys that verify that the identity of the owner is valid and also allow access to the contents of the wallet. Although cryptocurrency might not be ideal for all people, it can be a good way to invest in a variety of businesses without having to pay costs. Also, certain cryptocurrency will be highly valuable as time goes on. In case you're considering investing in coins or are looking to invest in a company that uses cryptocurrency, you must be aware of the business before deciding to buy in. The concept of cryptocurrency has existed for over a decade. It has witnessed a massive spike in popularity in recent years, due in part to the lack of regulation in the area. It has also made its way into the mainstream through the acceptance of major media outlets. This may not be something that your kids will have an interest in, but it may help to understand it in the context of the overall financial situation. It isn't a physical item such as a coin or a piece of gold. This is probably the primary reason to be aware of crypto. It's a digital asset that is one of the most effective ways to protect your funds. Crypto, the basics explained for a 5-year-old. It can help your child understand the crypto basics. There are many elements that are able to lead to fraud and scams. Therefore, if wish to ensure your child's safety and safe, teaching them to avoid these situations is important. Thanks to the internet, you can find many resources that can help teach your kids about the world of finance. Blockchain is a ledger in digital form. A blockchain, basically a digital ledger, keeps track of all transactions which have ever taken place through any computer system. The transactions are stored on the computer network of a distributed system and are encrypted. An important tool in a firm's arsenal is the ledger. It lets them track their income, liabilities, assets, and the overall profit. They can also see the entire picture of their expenditures. The data in a ledger can't be altered, deleted, or altered in any way or changed. Each block of data within a ledger is linked together through a unique number or hash, and identifies every block as related to the one before it. A smart contract is an element of code that can be written into a block on the blockchain. It's created to operate automatically once certain conditions are met. It functions in the same fashion to a digital signature. Contrary to conventional databases, which typically are based on a system of servers and clients, a blockchain is decentralized and distributed. Every computer that is part of the network runs a backup. This structure is distributed to prevent corrupted nodes from harming the entire system. Blockchain technology means that you can be confident in the legitimacy of your documents. It also helps eliminate middlemen, which makes transactions quicker. This can help make transactions faster between different institutions. Blockchain records transactions confirmed by cryptographic proof. Utilizing cryptographic hashing as well as encryption, the blockchain is an electronic ledger for transactions. It makes use of decentralized consensus to validate any new entry. Additionally, it's a method that records the history of digital assets. This technology that is used for the making of a blockchain is known as proof that works. The POW consensus mechanism is based on network users' capacity to demonstrate they have completed a computational job. Proof of work incentivizes miners to guarantee that only transactions that are valid are recorded on the blockchain. This stops double spending and can be beneficial to building trust. The POW consensus mechanism employs a similar approach to POW. POW method. The system requires miners solve mathematical problems that are added to the blockchain. They receive cryptocurrency units as a reward to their work. The difficulty of mining in the proof of work system is growing, yet the initial block of the POW blockchain is known as the Genesis block. It is integrated into the software and is referred to as all subsequent blocks. In the event that more miners join the network, their energy needs grow. The minimum 0.21% of all electricity is used to power the mines that produce cryptocurrency. This is equivalent to what Power Switzerland uses a year. The blockchain is a distributed, and public ledger. This allows digital assets to be readily accessible and transparent. Proof of work and proof of stake are two widely used ways to confirm transactions prior adding them to the blockchain. Selecting a consensus process is an important step in building a decentralized network. One of the best methods to secure any network is to implement an effective consensus protocol. The two most widely used algorithms used to establish consensus within the cryptocurrency industry are proof of working and proof of stake. Each algorithm requires miners to overcome complex mathematical formulas. Each block contains a specific transaction. Most successful miners get rewarded. The difficulty of this puzzle increases with each new block. While the proof of work algorithm offers many advantages, however, it consumes energy and consumes large amounts of electricity. This method, known as proof of stake, uses less energy. The algorithm chooses authenticators in accordance with their stakes. It can help increase its decentralization. The proof of stake algorithm performs better over the proof of work algorithm. It does this because it selects users based on a multitude of variables, such as their assets. They are more likely to be the first person to start the next round of transactions, the more tokens they hold. The proof of stake system has the potential to reduce the cost of. To be considered validators, nodes need to verify that a predetermined percentage of transactions are checked. For verifying a certain proportion of transactions, the nodes are paid a share of transaction costs. A few of the largest international networks use the proof of work consensus method, such as Cardano and Bitcoin. Although it has proven to be very effective at maintaining a decentralized, secure network, it has some disadvantages. It can reduce security and make it vulnerable to cyber attacks. Roblox, Fortnite, and Fortnite are digital currencies that hold no monetary value in the real world. Roblox along with Fortnite are two of the most popular virtual experience firms. The two firms use virtual currencies that are not monetary in the real world, however, they are the game's equivalent of a currency. The company is a platform for user-generated games and experiences that allows players to design their own avatars and play various games. There is also a marketplace where developers can sell their creations. Roblox is a popular platform with a large number of players. The site has over 40 million games and over 18 million user experiences. In addition, it has about 31 million active daily users. The first quarter of 2021, users spent for more than 10 billion hours the site. The site was used by 5.7 million people at the peak hours. The average session duration has increased by almost 26% during the past year. The site has grown its own creator-generated content metaverse. It has also launched live concerts, which included a Travis Scott concert and Lil Nas X concert. Dave Basicki is Roblox's chief executive. He stated that his aim was to share the experience of developing the game with billions of users. The chief executive declined to speak with reporters to be interviewed for this piece. Neil Reimer is Index Ventures founder and co-founder. He says the people who will be creating the metaverse energy are the directors of the company. There's no confirmation on whether Index Ventures will have to pay a cut of the app's revenue. Insufficient regulation can lead to an increase in the risk of scams and fraud. The increasing use of crypto assets can lead to an increase in fraud and fraudulent activities. This issue needs to be dealt with by the crypto market. In fact, it could be the case that it is possible to investigate fraud on its own. To reach this objective, the crypto market participants can utilize technological solutions as well by collaborating efforts. Regulation of the crypto market through the state is an issue. According to some experts, the only way to tackle crypto scams is through more federal regulation. Fraudsters are using new methods to con consumers in the cryptocurrency market. Criminals are exploiting vulnerabilities in the security of crypto exchanges as well as other institutions. It's also not uncommon for they to steal crypto accounts from the wallets of their users. The latest report from CipherTrace has shown that $1.9 billion in major crimes will be committed by 2020. These include phishing, business imitation, and pump and dump schemes, the second highest cost kind of criminality involving cryptocurrency. In addition, crypto thefts in the year 2019 were 160% of their average during the previous year. The most well-known forms of fraud are Ponzi and HYIP schemes. If the victim is able to send cryptocurrency, it is said to bring huge rewards. This kind of scam is popular among younger people who are known to trust less. Scammers typically pretend to be celebrities or government agencies. A more common form of crypto scam is an account hijack. The hacker may get access to the crypto wallet of the user employing malware or phishing. Once they have the user's account, they can assume control of accounts owned by the user. Encouraging children to learn about cryptocurrency is a great way to help them navigate the world of finance. It's worth informing your kids about cryptocurrency given the interest they have. Cryptocurrency is a form of digital currency. It's made to make financial transactions easier, cheaper, and more simple. It can be accomplished through a wallet, which contains private keys which prove that the person who owns it is a real person and has access to all the information in the wallet. Although cryptocurrency is not for everyone, investing in cryptocurrency may be attractive because it lets you make an investment without the need to pay for costs. Also, certain cryptocurrency can be very valuable as time goes on. It doesn't matter if you are looking to buy cryptocurrency or buy shares in businesses and companies. It is important to know the market before you decide to invest. It has been in existence for approximately 10 years. Due to its lack of regulatory oversight, it has experienced an enormous rise in recognition. The major media outlets have embraced the idea. This may not be something your children will necessarily have an interest in, but it can help you see it in the context of the larger financial situation. The primary thing you need to be aware of about crypto is that it is not a tangible object like a dollar or a piece of gold. It is a digital asset, and it is also one of the most effective ways to keep your money safe. Crypto the Basics explained for a 5-year-old. Making sure your kids understand crypto the basics can be an effective way to assist you understand the industry of financial. Many factors can lead to fraud and scams. Therefore, if one to make sure your child's safety by educating them on how to stay clear of these scenarios is important. There are several resources to help your children understand the financial world. Blockchain is a type of digital ledger. The basic concept behind a blockchain is that it is a digital ledger that stores all the information of each transaction that has ever been done on computers. These transactions are encrypted and then recorded on a network of computers distributed. A ledger can be a very useful device for business. They are able to keep track of income, assets, and liabilities, and also their total earnings. Additionally, it helps them understand the entire picture of their spending. The ledger's information isn't altered, deleted, or modified. Additionally, the ledger cannot be reversed, as each block of information is linked using a hash number or unique identification number. The hash identifies each block as related to the one before it. A smart contract is an element of software that could be converted into a block in the blockchain. It is built to execute automatically whenever certain circumstances are fulfilled. This is similar to a digital signature. In contrast to traditional databases that are usually based on a web of servers and clients, the blockchain is distributed and distributed. Every computer on the network keeps a copy blockchain. The distributed structure helps to keep corrupt nodes out of the network. Using a blockchain means it's not necessary to rely on a third party to verify the authenticity of your data. It also helps eliminate middlemen, which makes transactions speedier. Additionally, it can improve the speed of transactions between banks. It is a kind of transactions that are confirmed and recorded on a blockchain. By using cryptographic hashing and encryption, the blockchain acts as an online ledger that records transactions. The blockchain uses decentralized consensus for confirming the validity of new transactions. The system also tracks the transactions and history of digital assets. This technology that is used for the making of a blockchain is known as proof of the work. POW is based by network users having the capability to show they've successfully completed an assignment of computation. Proof of work encourages miners to ensure that only legitimate transactions are documented within the blockchain. This prevents double spending as well as helps to build trust. The POS consensus mechanism employs the same method as POW. POW method. The system requires miners to work on the simplest mathematical equations that will be submitted into the blockchain. In exchange for their work, it is rewarding them with coins that are new. The difficulty of mining in proof-of-work systems is increasing. However, the first block that is part of a POW blockchain is called the Genesis block. It is integrated into the software and is referred to as the subsequent blocks. This means that they have a greater need of energy. At least 0.21% of the world's energy is utilized to power the farms that mine cryptocurrencies. It's equivalent to the power that Switzerland utilizes in a single year. It allows for real-time accessibility and transparency for digital currencies. A consensus protocol is the first step in building an effective network. An effective consensus mechanism is among the most effective ways to ensure the security of a network. The two most popular consensus mechanisms used within the cryptocurrency industry are proof of working and proof of stake. Each algorithm requires miners overcome complex mathematical formulas. Each block is comprised of a unique process. A successful miner gets rewarded. The challenge of this game increases with each new block. A proof-of-stake algorithm is an energy-efficient method. It selects validators based on their holdings, which aids in the level of decentralization in the system. The proof-of-stake algorithm performs better than the proof-of-work algorithm. The more likely they are to make the next block of transactions, the higher the number of tokens they hold. The system of proof of stake is a possibility to cut costs. To be recognized as validators, nodes must ensure the accuracy of a specific percentage of transactions are checked. For verified a certain proportion of transactions, the nodes get a percentage of charges for transactions. The most significant network around the world are using the proof of work consensus model, for instance Cardano as well as Bitcoin. It can compromise security and leave it open to cyber attacks. There are many businesses that produce virtual experiences. Roblox and Fortnite stand out. The two firms use virtual currencies which aren't monetary in the real world, but instead are the game's equivalent of a currency. The company is a platform that allows user-generated experiences and games that allows players to design their own avatars as well as play various games. The platform also features the ability for developers to make money selling their work. Roblox is very well known. In addition, it has about 31 million active daily users. That peak it had 5.7 million concurrent users, and its average daily session time has increased by 26% during the past year. The company is also increasing its collection of creator-designed content. It's launched numerous live events, including a concert by Travis Scott and Lil Nas X. Roblox's chief executive, Dave Basicki, said that his aim is to share the excitement of making the billions of users. He declined to be interviewed for this report. Neil Reimer is Index Ventures co-founder. He says the people who will be creating the metaverse's energy are the company's directors. It is possible that the company will be required to take a percentage of app revenue, though it's not certain. The likelihood of fraud and scams is higher probable when there's not enough regulation. The increased use of cryptocurrency assets can lead to an increase in fraud. This is a problem that must be solved by the cryptocurrency market. Perhaps it is the case that it is possible to investigate fraud by itself. The regulation by the government remains a mystery. Fraudsters are using new methods to scam consumers using the market for crypto. They exploit security weaknesses of cryptocurrency exchanges as well as other companies. They also use these companies to steal cryptocurrency funds from wallets of users. An analysis by CipherTrace has shown that $1.9 billion in major crimes are anticipated in 2020. This is the second highest cost class of crimes involving cryptocurrency. Most popular forms of frauds are Ponzi and HYIP schemes. When a victim makes a payment in cryptocurrency, the scammers promise massive returns. The scams are popular among youngsters, who tend to be more skeptical. They usually pose as celebrities as well as government agencies. Account takeover is another common crypto scam. It happens when a hacker gains access to a user's cryptocurrency wallet via phishing or other malware. After they've gained access to the wallet, they then assume control of accounts owned by the user. An infant can gain knowledge about cryptocurrency, which will help him navigate through the financial markets. It's a good idea to teach your children about cryptocurrency due to the passion they display. A cryptocurrency is a kind of digital currency that is designed to make financial transactions easier, cheaper, as well as less complex. This can be achieved through the use of a wallet that contains private keys that verify that the identity of the owner is valid and also allow access to the contents of the wallet. Although cryptocurrency might not be ideal for all people, it can provide a great opportunity to invest in a variety of businesses without having to pay charges. Furthermore, some cryptocurrency are likely to be extremely valuable as time goes on. It doesn't matter if you're looking to purchase cryptocurrency or buy shares in businesses, you need to understand the market before you decide to make a move. The crypto industry has been in existence since around 10 years. The cryptocurrency has experienced a huge growth in popularity in recent time due because of the lack of regulatory in the area. Media outlets across the board have accepted it. Though it is unlikely to interest the kids in your home, it will aid in understanding the overall economic picture. This isn't a tangible object that is like a dollar or pieces of gold. This is the main point to remember about crypto. It's a digital currency, and it is also one of the best methods to keep your money safe. Crypto, the basics explained for a 5-year-old. Making sure your kids understand cryptocurrencies basics is an excellent way of helping to understand the world of finance. There are many elements that are able to lead to fraud, and if you would like to ensure that your child is protected, teaching them how to avoid these situations is vital. There are many resources that can help teach your kids about the world of finance. Blockchain is a kind of ledger that is digital. A blockchain, an electronic ledger that records all transactions that took place on any computer system. These transactions are recorded on a distributed network computer system as well as encrypted. A ledger is often an invaluable device for business. It allows you to track your income, assets, and liabilities along with their overall profits. This also allows them to see the entire picture of their costs. The ledger's data cannot be erased, altered with, or edited. Each block of data in ledgers is connected with a specific number or hash. The hash identifies each block as belonging to the previous one. Smart contracts are code that is able to be written into blocks of blockchain. It is built to execute automatically whenever certain criteria are met. It's similar to digital signature, as opposed to traditional databases which generally rely on a web of servers and clients. A blockchain is decentralized and distributed. Every computer connected to the network runs a backup. The distributed format helps stop corrupt nodes from damaging the network. Blockchain technology is a way to ensure that you can be confident in the legitimacy of your documents. This also allows you to eliminate middlemen and make transactions more secure. This can help make transactions faster between banks. The cryptographic evidence comes in the type of transactions which are documented and verified on a blockchain. Utilizing cryptographic hashing as well as encryption, the blockchain functions as the digital recorder of transactions. To confirm the existence of any new entries, it makes use of decentralized consensus. The system also keeps track of the transactions and history of digital assets, also known as proof of work because it uses technology to build a blockchain. The POW consensus mechanism rests on network users' capability to prove they've accomplished a computational task. Proof of work encourages miners to ensure only valid transactions are recorded within the blockchain. This stops double spending and is advantageous for the development of trust. POS uses the same approach as POW for generating consensus. It demands miners solve various mathematical problems, and these will be submitted on the cryptocurrency. To reward their hard work, they receive the latest cryptocurrency units. The challenge of mining with blockchain-based proof of work is growing yet. The block is also referred to as the initial block in POW blockchain. This block is embedded within the software and is referred to as the subsequent blocks. In the event that more miners join the network, their energy needs will increase. The minimum 0.21% of the world's energy is utilized to power the mining farms used to mine cryptocurrency. This is the equivalent of what Power Switzerland utilizes in a single year. Blockchain is an open-source, widely accessible, distributed, and decentralized ledger. This allows digital assets to be readily accessible and transparent. One of the two well-known techniques used for confirming transactions is the proof of work or the proof of stake. The consensus process is an important element in the creation of the foundation of a network. One of the best ways to secure an entire network is to employ the most reliable consensus protocols. The two most widely used methods of consensus used in the crypto space are proof of working and the proof of stake. Each algorithm requires miners solve complex mathematical equations. Every block has a distinct transactions. Most successful miners will be rewarded. The difficulty increases with each new block. While the proof of work algorithm offers many advantages, but it is also energy intensive and uses a lot of electricity. This method, known as proof of stake, uses less energy. This algorithm selects the validators based on their stakes. It can help increase the decentralization. The proof of stake algorithm works faster than the proof of work algorithm. It picks its participants on the basis of various variables, such as their holdings. If they own more tokens in their possession, the more likely they will be able to create another block of transactions. The proof of stake system could reduce the cost of. Nodes must be able to confirm a certain percentage of transactions in order to become the validator. If they are able to verify a certain percent of transactions, they will receive a part of transaction fees. Some of the most important international networks use the proof of work consensus method, such as Cardano and Bitcoin. While it's proven to be very effective at providing a secure and decentralized network, it has certain disadvantages. This can reduce security and leave it open to cyber attacks. Roblox, Fortnite, and other virtual currency have no actual currency. Roblox as well as Fortnite are among the most popular virtual experience companies. The two firms use virtual currencies, which aren't an actual currency in the world and are instead an alternative form of game currency. It is a platform that allows user-generated experiences in games, which allows users to build an avatar of their own and play various games. There is also an online marketplace for developers to offer their games for sale. Roblox boasts a huge number of people. It has more than 40 million games and 18 million user experiences. In addition, there are around 31 million users who are active on a daily basis. The users played more than 10 billion hours on the platform during the first quarter of 2021. During peak usage, the site had 5.7 million simultaneous users. In addition, its daily average time has increased by 26% over the past year. It has been growing its metaverse created by creators. It launched numerous live events, including one Travis Scott concert and Lil Nas X concert. Roblox's chief executive officer, Dave Basicki, said that his aim is to share the joy of creation to billions of people. He has not agreed to interview him for this article. Neil Reimer is Index Ventures' co-founder. According to him, the ones that will create metaverse power are the director of the business. The question is whether Index Ventures is going to be required to make a portion of the app's revenue. The likelihood of fraud and scams is higher likely if there isn't enough supervision. Despite the increasing popularity of crypto assets, the lack of regulations is increasing the risk of fraud and scams within the market for crypto. The crypto industry has to solve this issue and be able self-policing fraud. To do this, players in the crypto market may employ technology-based solutions as well as community-led initiatives. The regulation of the cryptocurrency market by the government remains a problem. Many experts think that the only method to stop fraud in crypto is to increase federal regulation. The crypto market is full for fraudsters who are increasingly using innovative methods to scam consumers. The criminals take advantage of the vulnerability of security in cryptocurrency exchanges and other organizations. They also attack wallets of customers and steal their valuable crypto-related assets. The latest report from CipherTrace has shown that $1.9 billion from major crimes are expected in 2020. It includes impersonation for business as well as fraud such as phishing, the second highest cost type of crime involving crypto. Digital thefts rose by 160% in the first quarter of 2019 in comparison to last year's. Ponzi schemes as well as HYIP scams are the most prevalent varieties of fraud. They guarantee huge gains if the target sends them money in cryptocurrency. They are very popular with young people who are more skeptical. These scammers often pretend to be celebrities or government organizations. Account takeover is another popular scam that involves crypto. Hackers are able to access the crypto wallet of a user by making use of malware or phishing. Once they've access to the wallet, they then gain control of the account. A child's education on cryptocurrency can help them navigate the murky world of financial transactions. Given the increasing interest in the cryptocurrency market, it's recommended to instruct your kids about the concept. It is a type of digital currency which is made to make financial transactions simple, cost-effective, and less complicated. This is accomplished by using a wallet, which contains private keys that prove that the identity of the owner is valid and also allow access to the contents of the wallet. Though cryptocurrency isn't for everybody, investing in crypto could be appealing as it permits you to make purchases without incurring charges. Certain cryptocurrencies could become extremely lucrative in the near future. There is no matter if you are looking to buy cryptocurrency or buy shares in businesses and companies, it is important to know the market before you decide to take the plunge. It has been in existence for over a decade. The cryptocurrency has experienced a huge growth in popularity in recent times, thanks in part to the lack of rules surrounding it. Many major media outlets have accepted it. Though it is unlikely to interest your children, it may assist you to understand the wider financial picture. There is no physical object such as a coin or the gold. This is perhaps the primary reason to be aware of cryptocurrency. This is a digital asset and can be used to protect your funds. Crypto the Basics explained for a 5-year-old. Getting your children to understand cryptocurrency's basics is a great way to help you understand the industry of financial. There are many elements that may lead to scams and scams. If you are looking to ensure that your child is safe, teaching them to steer clear of such situations is vital. There are many resources to help your kids learn about financial matters. Blockchain is a type of digital ledger. In essence, a blockchain is an electronic ledger that records all of the details of each transaction that was ever made on a computer system. They are then encrypted and stored on the computer network. A ledger can be an extremely useful instrument for businesses. It helps businesses track the income, liabilities, assets, as well as their overall profits. This also allows them to see all aspects of their costs. The ledger's information isn't altered, deleted, or modified. Each block of data within ledgers are linked to a unique number or hash. Each block is identified by belonging to the earlier block. Smart contracts are piece of code that's written to the blockchain block. It's designed to run automatically after certain conditions are fulfilled. This is similar to a digital signature. A blockchain, unlike traditional databases that typically run in a network which is distributed, it's decentralized in. Each computer is able to store a copy blockchain. The structure of the distributed network prevents corrupted nodes from damaging the system. Blockchain technology allows you to rely solely on the legitimacy of your documents. Also, it eliminates middlemen and thus makes transactions more efficient. This will speed up transaction between organizations. The blockchain records transactions verified with cryptographic evidence. The blockchain that uses digital cryptographic hashing in order to secure transactions, it is a type of digital ledger. It uses decentralized consensus for confirming any new entry. It is also a system which keeps track of the historical records that digital currencies have, also known as proof of work due to the fact that it makes use of technology to develop a blockchain. How is built by network users having the capability to show they've successfully completed the task of computation. Proof of work encourages miners to guarantee that only authentic transactions are documented in the blockchain. It stops double spending and can be beneficial for building trust. The POS consensus mechanism employs an identical approach as the POW method. It requires miners to solve mathematical problems that are added onto the cryptocurrency. They receive crypto units of their efforts. The mining of proof of work methods can be more challenging. It is also known as the first block in POW blockchain. The Genesis block is encoded in software, and all subsequent blocks on the chain refer back to the prior blocks. The network is growing in terms of size because more miners join it. That means they have a greater need of energy. Mining farms for cryptocurrencies consume at least 0.2% of world power. This amounts to the power that Switzerland utilizes in a single year. Blockchain is an open source, widely accessible, distributed, and decentralized ledger. The blockchain allows digital assets to be instantly accessible and transparent. The two most commonly used consensus mechanisms used to verify transactions is the proof of work or proof of stake. The consensus mechanism is the first step in building a network. One of the best strategies to ensure the security of a network is to use an effective consensus protocol. Two of the most well-known consensus mechanisms used within the cryptocurrency industry are proof of work and the proof of stake. Each algorithm requires miners overcome complex mathematical formulas. The successful miner is rewarded with a new block of transactions. Every block adds more challenges to the equation. Although the proof of work algorithm is a great tool, it can also be highly energy intensive and needs a lot of electricity. The proof of stake method has a lower energy consumption. This algorithm determines the validity of the validators based on their stakes. It can help increase decentralization. The algorithm for proof of stake works more quickly over the proof of work algorithm. The algorithm selects participants based on various variables, such as holdings. The greater the number of tokens they hold, the more likely they are to produce another block of transactions. The use of a proof of stake method could lower charges. In order to be considered validators, nodes must verify that a predetermined proportion of transactions are confirmed. For verified a certain proportion of transactions, the nodes are paid a share of fee for transactions. Some of the most important networks around the globe use the proof of work consensus model, for instance Cardano as well as Bitcoin. There are some disadvantages to it, however. It's efficient at maintaining decentralized and safe networks. It could reduce security and expose it to cyber attacks. Roblox, and Fortnite are digital currencies that hold no monetary value in real life. Among the many companies creating virtual environments, Roblox and Fortnite stand out. These two companies use virtual currencies that aren't actual money in the real world, however, they are a form of game currency. The platform provides access which allows for games and user-generated experiences. The players can design avatars and play a broad range of games. It also has the possibility of a marketplace in which developers can make money selling their work. Roblox is a popular platform with a large number of gamers. Roblox is home to over 40 million games, 18 million experiences, and has 31 million active users daily. In the quarter that began in 2021, users spent over 10 billion hours on the platform. When it was at its peak, the site had 5.7 million simultaneous users. Its average time on site is up by nearly 26% in the last year. Additionally, the company has been expanding its universe of creator-created content. The company has announced a variety of live events, like an appearance by Travis Scott and Lil Nas X. Dave Basicki is Roblox's chief executive. His objective was to impart the information about creating and distributing the app to billions of users. In this story, he refused to speak with him. Neil Reimer is Index Ventures, the co-founder of Index Ventures. The people that will create this metaverse-related energy are director of the business. It's still unclear whether the company is required to contribute a share from all app revenue. The likelihood of fraud and scams is higher likely when there isn't enough oversight. The growing use of crypto assets has led to an increase in fraud and fraudulent activities. This problem must be addressed by the cryptocurrency market. In fact, it could be possible to police fraudulent activity on its own. To do this, players in the crypto market may employ technologies and efforts led by the community. However, government regulation is not yet clear. Many experts think that regulation is the only way to fight crypto scams. The crypto market is full for fraudsters who are increasingly employing new methods to scam consumers. They exploit vulnerability of security in crypto exchanges as well as various other businesses. Also, they are known to attack wallets of customers as well as steal valuable cryptocurrency assets. Recent research by CipherTrace has shown that $1.9 billion from major crimes will be committed by 2020. This includes phishing, business imitation, and pump and dump schemes, the second highest cost category of cryptocurrency crimes. Furthermore, thefts of crypto in 2019 reached 160% of their average prior to the year. Ponzi schemes as well as HYIP frauds are among the most prevalent types of fraud. If the person who is victimized sends money, it is said to bring huge rewards. These types of scams are common among younger users who are more skeptical. Scammers typically pretend as celebrities or official organizations. A more common form of crypto scam is an account hijack. It happens when a hacker gains access to a user's crypto wallet by stealing it through phishing or malware. Once they have the user's wallet, hackers then assume control of accounts owned by the user. A child's education on cryptocurrency can help them navigate the murky world of financial transactions. It's worth informing your kids about cryptocurrency due to the passion they display. The term cryptocurrency refers to a digital currency. It is made to make financial transactions more affordable, simpler as well as less complex. A wallet is a piece of equipment which lets you see the contents of your wallet and prove your identity. Though cryptocurrency isn't for everybody, investing in crypto may be attractive because it allows for an investment without the need to pay for costs. There are a few cryptocurrencies that are likely to prove extremely beneficial in the near future. Whether you are interested in the purchase of coins or want for a way to invest in a firm that uses cryptocurrency, you must be aware of the business before buying into. The cryptocurrency industry has existed for approximately 10 years. The cryptocurrency has experienced a huge growth in popularity in recent times, thanks in part to the lack of rules regarding it. Many major media outlets have accepted it. Although it might not interest your children, it could aid in understanding the overall budget picture. This isn't a tangible object that is like a dollar or the gold. This is probably the most important fact about crypto. This is a digital asset and can be used to protect your funds. Crypto, the basics explained for a 5-year-old. It will help your child understand the crypto basics. There are many elements that are able to lead to fraud, and if you would like to ensure that your child's security is assured, teaching them how to steer clear of such situations is important. Fortunately, there are several resources for teaching your children about the financial world. Blockchain is a kind of ledger that is digital. Basically, a blockchain is a digital ledger that stores the records of every transaction ever done on computers. These transactions are recorded on a distributed network computer system as well as encrypted. A ledger can be an excellent device for business. It lets them track the income, liabilities, assets, and their total profit. This also allows them to see the complete picture of their spending. The ledger's information isn't altered, deleted, or modified. Also, it isn't reversible, as each block of data is linked using a hash number or uniquely identified number. The hash identifies each block as being part of the preceding one. Smart contracts are a type of piece of code that's written to in blockchain block. The smart contract is created to execute automatically whenever certain requirements are met. It functions in the same method to digital signatures. The blockchain, as opposed to conventional databases which typically are built in a network that is decentralized, distributed and distributed. Each computer in the network holds a copy of the blockchain. The distributed system prevents damaged nodes from damaging the system. By using the blockchain, you don't have to rely on an outside party to verify the authenticity of your documents. This also allows you to eliminate middlemen and make transactions more safely. This could speed up the process of transactions between organizations. Blockchain records transactions confirmed through cryptographic verification. The blockchain, which makes use of cryptographic hashing to encrypt transactions, it is a ledger that can be digitally stored. In order to confirm the existence of new entries, it uses the decentralized consensus. Also, it is a system that keeps track of the evolution in digital currency. It's also referred to as proof of work as it employs technology to build a blockchain. How is based upon the ability of network users to demonstrate that they have completed a computation task. Miners get a reward for showing their efforts and guarantee only genuine transactions on the blockchain. This helps prevent double spending and can be beneficial to the development of trust. The POS consensus system uses an identical approach as the POW method. The system requires miners to work on the simplest mathematical equations that are then added onto the network. Miners receive new bitcoins in exchange to their work. The mining of proof-of-work systems can be more difficult. The first block in a POW blockchain is called the Genesis block. The block is embedded in the software and refers to every block that follows. The cryptocurrency network is expanding in size as increasing numbers of miners join. The result is that there is a higher demand to power. The minimum 0.21% of the world's energy comes from the mining farms used to mine cryptocurrency. This amounts to the amount of power Switzerland consumes every year. Blockchain is an open-source, widely accessible, distributed, and decentralized ledger. It provides continuous accessibility and security in the digital asset. Some of the more popular ways to check transactions are proof of work or proof of stake. Consensus mechanisms are the most important step to build the foundation of a network. One of the best ways to protect any network is to implement a reliable consensus protocol. Two of the most well-known methods of consensus used in the cryptocurrency space are proof of work and the proof of stake. Both algorithms require miners find a mathematical formula that is complex. The successful miner is rewarded with the creation of a new block transactions. Each block introduces more challenge to the game. Although the proof-of-work algorithm is useful, but it's extremely energy-intensive and consumes a lot of electricity. This method, known as proof-of-stake, is less energy-intensive. This algorithm selects validated participants based on their stakes. This helps to increase the decentralization. The proof-of-stake algorithm is faster than the proof-of-work algorithm. This is due to the fact that it picks participants on the basis of a range of factors, including their assets. As many tokens they possess to choose from, the more likely they'll create the next batch of transactions. The proof-of-stake system is a possibility to cut charges. Nodes must be able to confirm that a certain amount of transactions in order to be deemed a validator. To verify a particular proportion of transactions, the nodes are paid a share of transaction costs. The proof-of-work consensus process has been utilized by several of the biggest networks in the world, including Bitcoin as well as Cardano. There are some disadvantages to it, however. It's very effective in maintaining decentralized and secure networks. It can compromise security and leave it open to attack by hackers. Roblox, Fortnite, and other virtual currencies do not have a real currency in the real world. Roblox as well as Fortnite are two of the most popular virtual experience firms. They both create virtual currencies that do not have real-world currency, however, can be used to create game currency. The business is a place that allows user-generated experiences in games and allows gamers to make their own avatars as well as play numerous games. There is also the ability for developers to offer their products for sale. Roblox has a lot of users. The site has over 40 million games as well as 18 million unique experiences. Additionally, there are around 31 million users who are active on a daily basis. In the quarter that began in 2021, its users have played for more than 10 billion hours to platform. The website is used by 5.7 million users at peak times. The duration of sessions on the site has grown by more than 26% over the past year. Additionally, the company has been expanding its metaverse of creator-built content. It's launched numerous live events, including the concert of Travis Scott and Lil Nas X. Roblox's chief executive officer, Dave Basicki, said that his mission is to offer his experience in creating billions of people. In this story, he refused to speak with him. The board of directors of the company includes Index Ventures co-founder Neil Reimer, who says that it's the spirit of the metaverse that will be generated by users. It's not clear if the company is required to pay a cut of the app's revenue. The likelihood of fraud and scams is higher likely when there isn't enough regulation. Despite the rise in popularity of cryptocurrency, however, the absence of proper regulation is increasing the risk of frauds and scams occurring in the market for crypto. The crypto industry has to deal with this issue and might be able to self-police fraud. In order to achieve this, cryptocurrency market participants could employ technological solutions as well by collaborating efforts. The regulation of the cryptocurrency market by the authorities is an ongoing issue. Some experts say that more regulation is the best way to stop scammers using crypto. The cryptocurrency market is primed for fraudsters, which are increasingly resorting to innovative strategies to defraud consumers. They make use of the security vulnerabilities of cryptocurrency exchanges as well as other companies. Also, they are known to attack wallets of customers and take their precious crypto assets. CipherTrace has recently disclosed that serious crime is likely to reach $1.9 billion before 2020. It includes impersonation for business as well as phishing. This is the second highest cost class of crimes involving cryptocurrency. Furthermore, thefts of crypto in the year 2019 were 16% of the amount they had prior to the year. Ponzi schemes as well as HYIP scams are two of the most common kinds of fraud. If the victim sends cryptocurrency, it is said to bring huge rewards. This kind of scam is popular among youngsters who tend to be less trustworthy. Scammers typically pretend to be celebrities or government agencies. Account takeover is another common cryptocurrency scam. Hackers are able to access the crypto wallet of the user employing malware or phishing. Hackers gain access to the account of the user and can take control of accounts. Children can be taught about cryptocurrency in order to navigate the financial market. In light of the recent interest for cryptocurrencies, it's definitely a good idea to teach your kids about their use. It is a type of digital currency. It is created to make transactions in financial institutions simpler, less expensive, as well as less complex. This is accomplished by using wallets, which contain private keys which prove that the person who owns it is a real person and has access to the wallet's contents. The wallet, although cryptocurrency is not for all people, investing in crypto is still attractive since it allows for investment decisions without having to pay charges. Also, certain cryptocurrency are likely to be extremely valuable when they come to market. If you're interested in investing in coins or would like to buy a company, it is important to be aware of the business before purchasing. The crypto industry has been in existence since the past 10 years. Due to its lack of regulatory oversight, it has experienced an enormous rise in recognition. Major media outlets have accepted it. While it may not be appealing to the kids in your home, it will aid in understanding the overall financial picture. This isn't a tangible object such as a coin or an item of gold. This is perhaps the main point to remember about crypto. It's a digital currency that is one of the most effective ways for you to safeguard your money.